Hey, what's up guys? It's your boy Collector John again, and today we're going to be talking about selling some of my game collection. Not all of it, but some of it we're definitely going to be getting rid of today in this video. The bottom line is that next year I'm probably going to be moving to a different state, and I need to get rid of some stuff. You know, like I have too much stuff. You have too many video games in this apartment. Really my goal is to have all of my video game stuff fit on these, or like most of it on these two shelves back here. And right now we have some overflow, okay? Like we have some stuff in some bins out in my closet. We have some things in this room that just don't fit in this shelf, and I really want to be able to get all of it into these two shelves and just have that much stuff that I'm going to be taking with me on this move. I definitely still love the idea of having a game collection. I'm still very attached to a lot of the things in this collection. I just want to, you know, have a pretty like curated, pared down collection that we can bring with me to my next space. And another thing is that all of the stuff we're gonna get rid of today, we're just gonna take it to a game store and sell it, and then use trade credit to just get a couple maybe more expensive games that I might be a little more interested in than like some of this cheaper stuff I might be getting rid of. And we're also gonna do a pickups update. So this is a video that's kind of focused around me selling stuff, but also I have a bunch of like new stuff that I've gotten from the last 6 months or so that I just want to show you guys, give you an update on some of those new pickups. We have a few brand new games that I've bought on sale over the last few months that I want to unbox those live with you guys, so that should be pretty fun too. But yeah, there's some really cool stuff in this pickup stack here that I'm excited to show you guys. I'm excited to go through the collection and find a few things to sell, take those to the game store, trade them in for a few hitters that we can bring back and enjoy. And yeah, it should be pretty fun. It's just gonna be a chill hangout video. We're just gonna be hanging out and talking about some video games, because that's how we do it here on Collector John. Let's get into it, baby. Okay, so we're gonna start off with these new pickups that I have over here. I think my last pickups video that I put out was back in June. So it's been a few months since I put up that video, and I think I have stuff in this pile that I know I bought in like April. So there are things that I bought before that video went up that I didn't include in that last pickups video. And yeah, so that makes it to be about 6 months worth of stuff to my right here. And there's really like, it's a decent amount of stuff, but it's really not that much. Like I kind of did slow down on my collecting a little bit the last 6 months or so, which is good because again, like I said, we're moving. There's still like, it's probably more than I should be buying, but it's also not as much as I have been picking up in the last couple years. So we did slow down a little bit, which is good, but there's still some really cool stuff here. We'll start off with some of the more retro stuff, and then we'll get into the like newer games that I've been picking up. And yeah, we'll get going here. Let's see what we got here. We're actually gonna start off with our single solitary Goodwill pickup. From the last 6 months, there's only one video game that I bought at Goodwill, which is sad because I used to be able to get a lot more stuff from Goodwill. Like even earlier this year, last year, I was still finding plenty of stuff at Goodwill. Not so much anymore. It's just kind of slowed down for me, and then I kind of just like stopped going to Goodwill as much because I was never finding anything. This is also a very strange video game pickup from Goodwill, but I grabbed the King of the Hill PC game. I really love King of the Hill. It might be my favorite animated show, and this was a $2 PC game, and this thing goes for like $50 to $100 on eBay. So it is a slightly more valuable PC game, and I don't have a retro PC setup right now, but it is definitely one of my long-term goals for the collection, for my retro setup, to have a retro PC, and this is definitely something that I would play for sure. And I can't really tell what type of game this is. I feel like it's probably either a point-and-click adventure game or a series of terrible mini games. So someday we'll find out. This is also like just a really nice copy of the game. Like it's in good shape. Manual's in really good shape. You know, we got it says paintball and mini golf are included in this game, so it kind of seems like maybe it's more of a mini game thing. And I think I remember this disc also being in pretty good shape, so let's check that out really quick. Here's what the disc looks like. It looks pretty cool, taken out, and yeah, that's a beautiful disc. Really not any scratches to that at all. We have a nice illustration of a propane tank behind where the disc goes. Not a bad Goodwill pickup. I'm sad that this is the only Goodwill pickup we can talk about in this video, but I still think it's pretty cool. And then we have a nice stack of retro stuff here, including a game from eBay.com that I purchased and I've not opened yet because I was saving it to open for this video. I think I remember what this is, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, we'll go through this stack of retro stuff really quick. This is all from like a few different stores. We'll kind of talk about what stores I got them from as we go through here. We grabbed a couple PSP games from Gaming Generations in Stevens Point, Wisconsin. And those PSP games are Outrun 2006 and Virtua Tennis World Tour, which I think I bought this one just because it was super cheap, and I don't have a ton of experience with the Virtua Tennis series, but they seem like fun games. This is one that I'm looking at now and being like, maybe I should just sell this one. Like, do I really need this copy of Virtua Tennis that I bought 5 months ago? I don't know, I still haven't played it, so I probably should hang on to it because I do actually want to play this. So I think we're not gonna sell Virtua Tennis, we're gonna hang on to it. Yeah, Outrun 2006, Coast to Coast. I've never played an Outrun game. I think this is the one that's very, very expensive on the original Xbox, like $250 or something. Incidentally, Mega Media Xchange, where we're going to be going after this, last time I was in there, they did have a copy of this game on the original Xbox. But honestly, this is the kind of thing that I might rather play this on the PSP, if it's a good version of the game. And this is a good version. Like, I did a little bit of research. It seemed like this was a good way to play it. I really like arcade racers. It's not in here because it's in my PSP back there. But yeah, I like arcade racers a lot, and this seems like a pretty cool one. It has a career mode that's pretty fun, and there's a good variety of different race modes that you'll be doing in that career mode. And it looks good. It runs pretty smooth on the PlayStation Portable. Honestly, the main thing that I don't like about this game, which is something that I didn't realize about this series, is that you're just kind of driving Ferraris, and that's kind of all that they have available, which is not my thing. Like, I don't care about Italian supercars at all. I like Japanese tuners and just like normal Japanese cars. That's kind of the only thing that I want to drive when I play a racing game. So this is a little disappointing to me in that respect, but I do still think it's pretty fun. I'm definitely going to keep it in the collection. It's something I could see myself going back to. And I've talked about the PSP before and how much I love racing games on the PSP. So yeah, it just makes sense to hang on to this because it's the kind of thing that I'm into on the PlayStation Portable. I like this kind of thing. What can I say? So yeah, we grabbed these two PSP games from Gaming Generations, and also these two Xbox 360 games, which these are cool. I haven't played either of these yet, but I'm still excited about them because they look cool. I just haven't had a chance to get into either of them yet. But the first one is El Shaddai for the Xbox 360. I've seen this at Gaming Generations a few times and I've never picked it up. I always thought it looked really cool. And then yeah, just the last time I was in there, I decided to finally grab it. And yeah, it's a really nice complete copy. I don't really know a ton about this game. I think it's a JRPG or an action RPG. But I was just like watching the trailer for it and I thought it looked really cool. It's not a game that I really see that often, so I just wanted to have it in my Xbox 360 collection. I'm sure I'll check it out one of these days. It's just too many video games, right? And that's the thing, is that I want to keep collecting retro games, and I love playing retro games, but there's just too many of them. And then there's also there's so many new games coming out. Like, there have been so many good games coming out this year that I wanted to play, and I just don't have time to get to everything. It's kind of a bummer. But ultimately, I still really want to have just like access to a big library of physical games that reflects my taste, that I can grab one off the shelf and play it whenever I want. That's very important to me. That's something that I really want to keep doing. So I'm going to keep doing it, even if I don't have time to play everything immediately after I buy it. I'm still gonna keep collecting. So yeah, El Shaddai looks really cool. Hopefully I can get around to it soon. And then I also grabbed this game, Project Sylphid, for the Xbox 360, which is some sort of anime-looking spaceflight simulator type game. From what I can gather from looking at it, that seems to be what this is, and that sounds pretty awesome. I'm definitely into that. Again, I would really like to check this out soon. It's another nice complete copy. If you've played this, let me know. I would definitely like to check this out very soon. This one's also an Xbox 360 exclusive, as you can see, you know, labeled right there, only on Xbox 360. And by the way, this was $18 and Project Sylphid was $20. I have no idea if those are good prices for these games, but I don't know. I'm not gonna look it up. You can let me know in the comments if you really want to, if those are good prices or not. I have no idea. So that's the haul from Gaming Generations, and it's not a huge stack, you know, and I've been there a couple times. I've just grabbed like one or two things every time I've been in there. Haven't been getting a ton. Again, which is good. I'm glad that I haven't been going too overboard lately. We have another tiny little stack here. These are both PlayStation 2 games that I grabbed from Press Start Games in Appleton, Wisconsin. And that game store is awesome. I feel like every time I go there, I don't really have like that much to spend. Like, I just don't feel like dropping that much money usually when I go in there. But there's always just like a ton of stuff. But this time I just grabbed these 2 PlayStation 2 games. They're both like cheaper PS2 games. We grabbed a copy of Tokyo Xtreme Racer Drift for $10. I think this is complete. Yeah, this is complete. And this is a series that I really want to get into. We have another Tokyo Xtreme Racer game that we'll talk about in a little bit. This seems like something that would really be up my alley because, like I said, I just like arcade racing games. And I played like, you know, maybe an hour of this one, and I just like could not really get into it. The drifting felt really weird to me. Like it didn't feel like simulator drifting, but it didn't feel like arcade drifting either. It kind of felt like somewhere in the middle, and it just didn't feel that good to me. Like it seemed like there was definitely a learning curve to it, where maybe if I played a little more and learned more about how the drifting and the other systems of this game work, then I could get into it. But it definitely wasn't grabbing me from the start. But I'm still gonna hang on to this one because I wanna try with this series. I wanna try to get into these more. I will try this again at some point. And yeah, they seem very cool in theory. In practice, I hope I can learn to like this one a little more. And then we also grabbed a copy of Time Splitters, the first one, for $18. This is a PS2 exclusive. I have the other Time Splitters games on the original Xbox back here, and I've always wanted to check out this first Time Splitters game. And again, a very nice, complete copy. Very, very nice. I believe this was a PlayStation 2 launch title, actually. These games were developed by Free Radical, who I believe worked on Perfect Dark and GoldenEye, and you can definitely like feel that when you play a Time Splitters game. You can kind of feel that that pedigree in those games for sure. And this first one is cool. It's very, very simple compared to the later ones, especially for the single player. Like the single player campaign for this game is really, really short. I think it's like 4 missions long. I'm pretty sure I got through all of them in like 1 session. But it was fun, you know, and it has cool vibes. It's cool that you can see where like those later Time Splitters games came from, because I really, really like those games. I think those are like super fun console first-person shooters. This one feels like it's probably a little more focused on split-screen multiplayer and maybe the online multiplayer. I don't know if it had online. I don't think it did. Looking at the box, I don't think it had online multiplayer. So yeah, for this thing, you're probably going to want to get a multi-tap and hook up 4 controllers to your PS2 so you can do 4-player split-screen with this. Yeah, this game is cool. I'm glad that I have it. I love the cover art. I really like how this one looks a lot. And yeah, just glad to have all the Time Splitters games in my collection finally. I think they're all really cool for different reasons. We also grabbed 2 games from Say Word, which is a vintage collectible store right down the street from me. And they usually have a pretty good selection of video game stuff. I found a couple cool things the last time I was in there. These are like a little pricier compared to some of this other stuff. I'd say these 2 are more heavy hitters, perhaps. And this first one's a little weird. So I grabbed a copy of how do you say this? Baten Kaidos? Is that how you say it? I don't know. That's how I've said it in the past, but I don't know how it's actually supposed to be pronounced. But this is a card combat-based Japanese role-playing game for the Nintendo GameCube that came out in 2004? 2003? Yeah, 2003. And I remember renting this game back when it came out because I was really into this type of thing when I was a kid. I freaking loved Tales of Symphonia and Skies of Arcadia on the GameCube, and I just wanted more stuff like that in my life. So I rented this game, and I don't remember how far I got into it, probably not that far as a kid. But I remember it being really cool and having like really cool art and stuff, and I remember the card combat system being actually kind of unique for a JRPG. I was also very into Yu-Gi-Oh! At the time, so the card battling aspect of it was very, very appealing to young collector John. I said earlier that this was kind of a weird pickup. The weird thing about it is that this was $20 and it only came with the first disc. And for some reason, I thought that was like kind of a steal. I thought that this was like a $50 or $60 game and I could just buy that second disc on eBay for 10 bucks, and then I'd have like a nice complete copy for 30 bucks, which is half of what it goes for, but it goes for like $35 or $40. So I bought the incomplete copy, and then I bought the second disc on eBay for 15 bucks. So I ended up paying $35 for it anyway, which is about what it usually goes for, but that's fine. I would have bought it anyway. If they had it complete there for 35 bucks, I probably still would have picked it up. But yeah, now it's a nice complete copy. It has the manual. It's a really nice looking color manual, which I love to see it. Look at that. Look at all those colors in there. That's a good one. Look at this thing. All right. Yeah. Woo, that's a nice manual. Yeah, and I think this disc, I think the disc 1 might have been a little scratched up. No, disc 1 is fine. I was actually, yeah, disc 2. This was stupid. Disc 2 is the one that I bought on eBay, and the pictures of it were really bad. Like, it looked fine in the pictures because they were all blurry and shit. But the disc is actually like super scratched. You might not be able to see. I did put it in and test it. It worked fine. And it's weird because like GameCube games are a little more delicate when it comes to resurfacing. Like, you don't want to resurface them too many times. This one looks like it's probably never been resurfaced, so I think it could probably take on a resurfacing and be fine, and that would be better than what it is like now. So I might do that. I might take it to a Game Together MKE. They have a really good resurfacer machine, so we might do that. But yeah, I basically spent $35 on like a totally not ideal copy of this game, which is yeah, don't do that. Just yeah, don't do what I do. And then we have one more thing here from Say Word. This one's pretty sick. Aliens vs. Predator Extinction, which is a real-time strategy game for the original Xbox based in the Aliens vs. Predator universe. It's not my favorite crossover thing in the world. I kind of prefer both of these IPs just individually. But it's still very cool. And those old Aliens vs. Predator PC games are awesome. Like, those were totally my jam back when I was a kid. I played a lot of AVP2. Freaking love that game, dude. But yeah, this is $40, and this is another one that I haven't checked it out yet, which is a bummer. Honestly, I might check this out today, because now I'm like, why haven't I played this yet? I really want to see what this game is like. And I am always very intrigued by consoleized RTS games. I always kind of want to see how they do that, especially older ones like this. This wasn't really a common thing. Another nice complete copy. Let's look at this manual. I don't know if I've looked at this one yet. I hope it's in color. It's not, it's black and white, but that's fine. Still a, you know, still a nice manual. Yeah, it's just like this fold out thing at the end. It folds out. Sure, that's cool. This published by EA? I think it was. Yeah, Electronic Arts right on the bottom here. Cool. Back when EA was still putting out video games and not getting bought by Saudi princes and Jared Kushner. Yeah, so that's the haul from Say Word. And then yeah, let's crack open this this eBay package I was talking about really quick. Let's see what this one's all about. Yeah, so we we got ourselves a copy of Sonic and All Stars Racing Transformed for the Xbox 360. I've heard that this is just a really good kart racer, and you know, I got the Switch 2 this year. I was playing a Mario Kart World. I kind of got in the mood to get some other high-quality kart racers in the collection, and I heard this one's supposed to be great, so I wanted to get it. I think this also has some Panzer Dragoon stuff in it, which made me want to check it out even more. And yeah, it's a nice complete copy. I don't remember what I paid for it. It's maybe like $15 or something like that. Here's a disc that has some smudges on it. Somebody was handling this disc and then didn't clean it properly. So we can take care of that really quick. We can wipe these smudges off. But yeah, I don't know when I'll get around to playing this. Probably sometime soon, maybe even. I'll play Sonic and All Stars Racing Transformed. Okay, then we have one more quick retro haul down here. This is some stuff that I bought from Game Together MKE, which I mentioned earlier. What's going on here? We got some magazines, and then we have 2 PlayStation 2 games. Let's talk about these PS2 games first, because they're very exciting. I finally got a copy of Katamari Damacy for the PlayStation 2. I've been wanting to have a physical copy of this on the PS2 for quite some time now, and they had it there for $19, which is, that's fine. That's a pretty good price for this one. And this is a beautiful complete copy. Look at that. I love it. I love the frickin' disc artwork on this thing. Yeah, nice looking disc there. I like that art a lot. All of the frickin' packaging artwork here is great. Cover of this manual, that looks sick. Let's hope this one's in color. Oh yeah, look at that. It's a beautiful, beautiful color manual. Just, oh, dude, look at this. This is great. I love this. I'm gonna read that one before bed tonight. And yeah, the cover artwork as well, absolutely beautiful. I love the minimal style of this. And yeah, this was just the time period when Japanese game makers were just putting out a bunch of weird games here in the United States, and people were kind of into it, which is great. I love this game. I think it's awesome. I've only ever played this first one via emulation. I've played some of the later ones on their native hardware or on PC. but I've never played the original version of this on the PlayStation 2 on a cool CRT. I got a new CRT, by the way. I don't know if anyone noticed, but we upgraded the CRT situation a little bit. You guys wanna see it? You wanna see me put Katamari on this thing? You guys see this? It's looking pretty good, right? We thought today would be a good day for rolling. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Yep. It's the kind of stuff I'm into. This is what I like to do. All right. That's Katamari Damacy on the new CRT. So yeah, definitely pretty excited about that one, if you can't tell already. And then I also grabbed, you know, I was talking about this earlier, Tokyo Xtreme Racer 0, which I like a little more than the Drift one. I'm still kind of having a little bit of trouble getting into this series, and I don't know what it is. There's just something about it. It feels a little off to me. The cars are really cool. It's just all Japanese tuners, which is what I want. And obviously, a game called Tokyo Xtreme Racer, that's probably what you'd expect. Yeah, another nice complete copy. Disc is somewhere. I think I just took it out to put Katamari in there. But yeah, it seems cool. I like the concept of it. I like that you're kind of just driving around this Tokyo highway circuit and then flashing your lights to start races with other street racers. And I think that concept is fun. I don't feel like the racing feels that good to me. The feel just isn't quite there. I don't know how to explain it, but love the vibes of it, love the music. And there's a lot of other stuff about this game that I do like. I will go back to it and try some more. But yeah, if you have any tips for trying to get into this series, let me know. Because it's kind of like, I thought I would just really like these, but I'm kind of just not getting into them as much as I thought I would, which is a bummer, but you know, it is what it is. It happens. Definitely still gonna hang on to it and try to play some more of it. And then we have all those magazines down here, and these are all official Xbox magazines, and they were selling them for $1 a piece, which is awesome. I've been looking for a deal like this for a very long time, and I finally found one. I have some more official Xbox magazines on my shelf down here. I don't have a ton of them, but this really fills out a lot of the era of this magazine that I was looking to collect for, which is like from roughly 2002 to 2007. That's when I had my subscription to this magazine, and yeah, these will definitely fill in a lot of cracks in that area. Definitely not gonna have all of them. I don't know if I ever will, honestly, but yeah, these are really cool. And $1 a piece is like a really good deal for these. I think most of these, if you buy them individually off eBay, they'll probably be like $5 to $10 a piece, which I'm just not gonna do that. I'm just not gonna buy old magazines for that much money. Yeah, so those are the retro pickups. Like I said, we do have some newer stuff I'm gonna go through really quick, and then we will go through stuff on my shelf, pick out a few things to sell, and head to the game store. But let's go through this stuff first. We just have a few things here. I grabbed a few more Xbox One games. These are also from Gaming Generations and Stevens Point. And they just had like a few Xbox One games that I wanted. I've started collecting Xbox One games. That's a thing that I'm doing for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why yet, but I am doing it. So we got ourselves a copy of Super Lucky's Tale for $8, and I think this is not the version you want. You want the what is it called? It's like Super Duper Lucky's Tale. Hold on a second. Oh yeah, the good version of this game is called New Super Lucky's Tale. So they're taking naming tips from Nintendo apparently. But yeah, that version is apparently a little better than this one. I didn't know that when I bought this, but this was pretty cheap, and it looks like a fun, lighthearted 3D platformer, and I do like that type of thing from time to time, so that's why I picked it up. We also grabbed a copy of Sunset Overdrive, which is an Xbox One exclusive by Insomniac that came out in 2014. Yeah, 2014 this came out. I've never played this. I always thought it looked cool. I wanted to have a physical copy of it, especially now that Game Pass is $30 and I'm never gonna re-up that subscription again. Maybe it actually does make sense to start collecting Xbox One now. Maybe that's the thing that has finally made it make sense in my brain. That's good. Okay, we also grabbed Recore for $3. $3 is 1/10 of the price of 1 month of Xbox Game Pass. So that's a good deal for that one. And then we also grabbed Quantum Break. This is a game by Remedy. It's the only Remedy game that I haven't played, so of course I had to have it. I'm a big fan of that studio. Alan Wake 2 was my favorite game to come out in quite some time. It came out 2 years ago now, but I still really love that game and I think about it all the time. So yeah, I want to check this out, even though it seems like maybe it's not that great. I still want to try it and see what it's all about. So those are some Xbox One games that I picked up from Gaming Generations in Stevens Point, Wisconsin. It was a day in late June when I found myself in a GameStop store to buy Death Stranding 2 on the beach for the PlayStation 5. And then I also grabbed a couple Switch games when I was in there, which we'll talk about in a second. But yeah, I wanted a physical copy of Death Stranding 2 because Hideo Kojima is one of my favorite people currently making video games, even if I won't say that I'm like over the moon for the Death Stranding series. It's not my favorite thing in the world. I like Metal Gear Solid 5 a lot more than Death Stranding. But Death Stranding is still very cool. I like the concept of it a lot more than I like playing it, I think. And this game, I think, improves on its successor a little bit. I really don't think it's as transformative as a lot of other people seem to think it was. Like, I still like it. I think it's a cool game. I got about halfway through it, and I got kind of bored. I think I will go back to it at some point and finish it. But as of right now, my save file is like halfway through the game. It got to a point where I was just using the truck all the time, and I just wasn't finding it that fun to just use the truck for everything, but the game kind of encourages you to do that a little bit. I guess I could force myself to just walk everywhere. Like, I think walking, managing all of those systems that come with traversing the terrain on foot is a lot more fun than just driving everywhere. But if the truck is right there, the game really encourages you to use it, so it's like, it's hard not to, you know? And I don't really like giving myself self-imposed limitations in video games, if that makes sense. Like, not allowing yourself to use something that's part of the game. I think, you should like use the stuff that's in the game because that's how it's designed to be played. And I think having those vehicles available to you and kind of trivializing everything that makes the game fun is like not great design to me. That's kind of how I felt about it. I do think the combat is a lot more fun than the first game, but still nowhere close to Metal Gear Solid 5. But it's not really a combat-focused game. Like, there is combat, but you can also avoid combat if you want to. Still a very interesting game. I'm still so happy that Kojima is able to make stuff like this and just live his truth, and I definitely will go back to it and finish it. Hopefully by the end of the year I'll have time to do that. But like I said, there's just been so many games coming out this year that I've wanted to play. Silent Hill F, which this just came out like 1 or 2 weeks ago, and I bought it a couple days after launch. But yeah, this game is pretty cool. I'm very close to the end, I think. I don't think this game is amazing, but I do like it quite a bit. I don't like it as much as the Silent Hill 2 remake from last year. I mean, Silent Hill 2 is just like an all-time classic. It's kind of hard to touch that, and that was a very, very good remake of that game. But this game is still really cool. It's doing some interesting things. It's trying to do something different with its combat. I don't think it always succeeds at being fun with the combat, but I do respect that they're trying something different with the melee combat in this game. And the vibes are really good. Like, the soundtrack is great. I love the 1960s rural Japan setting. But yeah, this is really cool, and like, we don't really get big budget horror games like this that often. We certainly don't get Silent Hill games that often anymore, and hopefully that's going to change now. I do think people really seem to like this game. I think it sold really well out of the gate, and it's not my favorite thing ever. It's like a maybe 7 out of 10 for me right now, but I still think it's really cool, and I'm really glad it exists. I'm really glad that I've played it. And yeah, if you're like into this kind of thing, you should definitely check it out. Would recommend Silent Hill F for sure. I also grabbed this game Hell Is Us last month, which is another new game that just came out. And I really liked what I played of it, but I bought it during a week where I was like kind of stressed out that week. Like, there was just a lot of stuff going on and I wasn't in the best place mentally. So I played maybe like 5 to 6 hours of this. And then I was like, it's just too stressful to play. Like, I had to stop playing it, which was kind of a bummer. But again, this is another one that I would like to go back to. The main hook of this game is that there's no map and there are no quest markers, and you're really encouraged to just kind of organically figure out what to do through environmental cues or from talking to people. And I think that aspect of it is really well done. It's not necessarily like what I want out of a game on paper, because I do get stuck very easily in games. It's not super transparent in telling you what to do or where to go. But it kind of feels like a Resident Evil game that just takes place in these big open zones. It just feels like that style of exploration and puzzle solving, just like blown up to a bigger space. And I really like that type of thing. I like Resident Evil games a lot, and this is definitely giving some Resident Evil for me. The combat is very different. The combat is like super Soulsborne-y. It's not the best combat in the world. It's fun, but it's not like amazing combat or anything. But it gets the job done, and it is pretty interesting. I think the weapons are really cool. I think the art direction is really great. I don't remember his name, but it's the same dude who did the art direction for Deus Ex Mankind Divided, which is a game that I really, really like. Super underrated game. Love the art in that game, and I think that guy actually directed this one. I don't know if he did the art as well, but he definitely like was the main director for this game, I'm pretty sure, which is really cool. So like that's pretty sick. It feels like a AA game to me, which is very appealing. I like games that are doing interesting things but don't have like huge budgets, but they're also not like super low budget indie games. I really like stuff that falls in that in-between space, and this definitely feels like something that does that achieves that goal. So I think it's really cool. I hope I have time to go back to this. There's like a lot of stuff that I need to go back to that I haven't finished yet from this year. Oh yeah, I just realized I forgot to talk about these Switch games that I also grabbed from GameStop when I picked up Death Stranding 2. We'll just quick fire these. I grabbed Metroid Prime Remastered, I grabbed Bayonetta 3, and I grabbed Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion. I think when I bought Death Stranding 2, I brought in some stuff to trade into GameStop as well. So I had like a fair amount of trade credit, and they just happened to have these 3 Switch games that were like specific Switch games that I had been looking for a while. And they were all pretty well priced, and then I think they were also buy 2, get 1 free. So because I had the trade credit, because they were buy 2, get one free, I was like, yeah, these are like, I'm not gonna do a spiel about all of them individually, but they're all good games that I wanted. So that's all you need to know. If you don't think these are good games, then I don't know what to tell you. That's too bad. I also grabbed this copy of The Last of Us Part 1 a couple months ago. I think I just grabbed this at Mega Media Xchange on a random Sunday when I was there. And yeah, I kind of just had a craving to play through this game again. It's been a while since I played it. I've never played this PS5 remake. So yeah, I played through the whole thing after I bought it. This game still slams, still a very good game. This PS5 version is really, really good. It's like one of the better looking PS5 games that I've seen probably. There are a lot of good looking PS5 games, but this one, like something about the way Naughty Dog makes their games look is just like, it's just peak. Like their games just look so freaking good. I don't know what they're doing over there. I don't know what kind of strange alchemy they're using behind the scenes to make their games look so good, but they're just doing it. I don't know how they do it. Okay, so that's pretty much everything except for these brand new games that I've bought on sale that we're gonna unbox really quick. Here are my packages. I think this is all of them, hopefully. We'll just start unboxing these and we'll find out if it's all the stuff that I ordered, I guess. And yeah, all of these are just brand new games that I bought on sale through various retailers. I've been using an app who are not sponsoring this video, so I'm not gonna say what the app is called. Just kidding, it's called Deku Deals. It's a really good app. They sponsored a couple of my other videos. They're not sponsoring this one, but that's okay. I can still call them out because it's something that I like using. But yeah, I found all of these on sale through Deku Deals. A lot of them were recent games that came out that I've been wanting to play or add to my collection, and a lot of them were like between $20 and $30. Let's crack open this first one quick. All right, so we have Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake. I'm not super well versed on the Dragon Quest series, but I liked Dragon Quest XI a lot. And I really like the style of HD 2D remakes that Square are making. I think they look really, really cool. I like that style of art a lot. We'll crack this open really quick. I don't know if I'm gonna crack all these open. Maybe I will, but I can already tell this is gonna be a super long video. Someone on my last video was like, can you make shorter videos, please? And I was like, no, I cannot. There's nothing in here except the cartridge, which is fine. I don't need anything else. And in package number 2, what do we have? We have, this one's from Best Buy. I think I know what this is, but we'll see in a second. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is, yes, this is my copy of Starfield that I ordered for $15 from bestbuy.com. $15, that's crazy. That's like by far the lowest historical price for this one. This has a sticker on it. Do Xbox games always do that with the sticker seal? That's like some old school shit. That's like original Xbox and 360 games had that. If you buy like a PlayStation 5 game, they do not have that seal on it. Or do they? Maybe they do. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. But yeah, we got a copy of Starfield. I like the artwork on the disc, and there's actually an insert in here, which is technical and customer support and controls. So boring, lame, I don't care. And then here's the disc. I don't know why I pulled that out. And I've also said this before, I don't know why Xbox puts the discs on the wrong side of the case. I don't know why they do that. It kind of bothers me a little bit. But yeah, Starfield is fine. I liked it. I didn't love it, but it's something that I would revisit at some point. And this was half the price of 1 month of Xbox Game Pass. So it makes sense to buy it. That's a good reason to buy it at that price. It's crazy how much they're charging for that Game Pass. What are we doing? All right, we have another package here from Amazon.com. Looks like another Xbox game. Yes, this is a copy of Metaphor Refuntatio for the Xbox Series X. I'm pretty sure this was $20, so I've wanted to play this game since it came out last year. I haven't had time, but I'll have time someday. And I don't feel like I'm gonna find a physical copy of it for less than $20 ever. So might as well just grab it while it's good, you know? You know what I mean? I'm not gonna open this one. We'll just keep going. It does have the same sticker as the Starfield game though. So we've confirmed that they all have that sticker. All right, another package from Amazon. This one has another Xbox game. We got Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I believe this was $25 on sale. Looks like a fun RPG. I don't know. Seems like something I'd like. So I grabbed it and I'll play it someday. It's you know, again, 25 bucks, probably won't get much cheaper than that for a brand new copy. This is a package from GameStop. No, dude, it's Amazon. Why did I think it was GameStop? It's from Amazon. This is a really weird way to ship this game. They put it in this big box with this, this like cardboard insert to keep it secure. But yeah, I grabbed the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster Collection. Is that what they call it? I don't know. It's like a bunch of remastered Final Fantasy games, the older ones that you can play on the Switch, because I got the Switch version. Yeah, this was 45 bucks, which again, this retails for like 70, I think. I wanted to have this one. I want to try some of these old Final Fantasy games that I've never played, especially 6. 6 has always looked really cool to me, and I haven't really played any of these. So another cool addition to the collection. Probably didn't need it. I don't need anything in this room. None of the stuff in here is needed for my continued survival. It's just stuff that I like. But yeah, I think it's now time to go through these shelves back here and identify a few games to get rid of. So we'll take a quick break and then we'll be right back with that. See you in a sec. All right, so we're gonna take a look through the shelves here and grab a couple things. I also have some stuff in my my overflow bins, which are in a closet back here, back in that room. We're just going to start looking through these shelves, though. I think there's a couple things we can grab off of here that I might be interested in selling today. I think there are a couple PlayStation 1 things, actually. If we look down here really quick. Yeah, so I've kind of accumulated a good amount of PS1 games here, and there are like a couple of these that I played, and I wasn't like that crazy about them, and I think I might sell them. Like these two 3D platformers here, Crash 2, Croc, Legends of Gobos, and I don't have a manual for this one. Yeah, I think these are just like random ones that I picked up in a lot at some point, and I, you know, like played a little bit of them, wasn't that into them, so I think I might sell these two rando 3D platformers. Maybe this copy of Asteroids. I think I got this from Goodwill at some point. I think I've had it for 3 years, and I've never even like thought about playing it, so I think we're gonna trade that one in today. Evil Dead: Hail to the King is pretty cool. Definitely did not pay $12.99. That was NFL Blitz. I paid $12.99. I think I paid like 40 or 50 bucks for this one. It's cool. It's a Resident Evil clone. I think I'm gonna hang on to that one. I haven't played a ton of it, but I've played some of it, and I thought it was cool. So we're gonna hang on to that one. Fighting Force is good. All of these Final Fantasies are good. Kind of wish I had a black label Final Fantasy VII, because these other two I have black label, but that's okay. Forsaken, this is another Goodwill pickup, I'm pretty sure. It has the same sticker on it as this Asteroids. So I think I picked these up on the same day from a Goodwill. And yeah, I did play some of this. It's basically a Descent clone, if you're familiar with that game, and it was okay. I don't feel like I'm going to play any more of it, so I think we're going to trade that one in as well. Gran Turismo, definitely keeping that. I need Gran Turismo 2. Grand Theft Auto 2, I just played this for the first time last week, and I always thought this game looked really cool. I had never played it before. I had played the first Grand Theft Auto on the PlayStation 1 a very, very long time ago. And yeah, going back to this one, it's just like, it's just really not that fun to me. I don't think I'm going to go back to it. So yeah, I think we're gonna trade in this GTA 2, and yeah, like Killer Loop, I've never played this. Looks like a Wipeout clone kind of thing. I think we'll trade that one in too. That was another Goodwill pickup, I'm pretty sure. Pac-Man World 20th anniversary. Yeah, this one we're gonna trade that in. I think I played it like once, and I never went back to it again. NHL Blades of Steel. Let's trade that in. I'm never gonna play it. Have some Ridge Racer down here, definitely gonna keep those. Blitz and Ridge Racer R4 are up there, by the way, so definitely hanging on to Ridge Racer R4 and Blitz. Those games are both great. Shadow Man, that game is kind of cool. We'll hold on to that. Sledstorm is cool. Spyro is cool. All of these Star Wars games, I want to hang on to those. Strikers 1945 is awesome. I'm not trading this in. This is a shoot 'em up kind of fantasy World War II themed. It's really weird. It's like alternate history, future World War II planes. It's cool. I like that game. I think it's pretty sick. Siphon Filter 2, another one that I think I played once, and I don't really have any interest in going back to it. This is a game that like my cousin had when I was growing up, so I'd like go over to my cousin's house and I saw Siphon Filter and thought it looked cool, so I played it at my cousin's house. But I don't know. It's not that great. I'd rather just play, you know, Metal Gear Solid or any number of other games. Tekken 2, definitely gonna keep that. We need more Tekkens on the PlayStation 1 for sure. I'm gonna keep all those test drives. Those are nostalgic to me. Tomb Raider, I'm gonna keep those. Twisted Metal 3, we'll keep that. I don't know why I only have 3. That's another situation where I want to get 1 and 2. And then Uprising X, this one, I think I do actually want to check this one out. I haven't played it yet, but that's one that I would want to at least see what it is at some point. Yeah, so that's the PlayStation 1 stuff. We're gonna take all these for trade-in and keep looking around my shelf, see if there's anything else I can grab. I think for the PS2, I want to keep most of these. I'm gonna trade in this Deus Ex. I don't think that's a very good version of Deus Ex. I tried it out, didn't really like it. I would much rather just play the PC version. I'm thinking about maybe trading in this Blood Rain. No, I think we're gonna keep that for now. I have the 2 Gauntlet games here, Gauntlet Dark Legacy and Seven Sorrows. I feel like I'm never going to play Seven Sorrows. If I'm gonna play a Gauntlet game, I'm just gonna play, you know, the OG, the classic. Well, it's not the OG, but this is my favorite Gauntlet game. So we're gonna keep that one. I think we're gonna trade in this Gauntlet. We have some Guitar Heroes, Half-Life, definitely keeping that. Eco, definitely keeping that. And keeping all the Jack games. King of Fighters 11. We'll hang on to this for now. That's a cool one. I haven't played a ton of it, but it's a cool game. Honestly, Oni, I tried playing this. I didn't love it. It is kind of cool looking. It's cool that it's a Bungie game that was published by Rockstar, and I like, you know, I like how this case looks. But yeah, other than that, I'm not like that into Oni, so I think we're gonna trade that one in. I don't really need it. And I think we're gonna keep the rest of what I have on the PS2. PSP, is there anything interesting or not interesting that I'd want to get rid of? Honestly, this Phantasy Star Portable, I got this a couple years ago. Played a little bit of it, wasn't super into it. I think we're gonna trade that one in. Same with this Untold Legend game, just like wasn't crazy about it when I checked it out. And I think the rest of these we are gonna keep. That's mostly good stuff. PlayStation 3, I think I'm gonna keep all of the PlayStation 3 stuff that I have. PlayStation 4, I think most of my PS4 stuff I wanna hang on to. Drive Club, I don't need that anymore. Get rid of that one. Dying Light, I honestly really don't need this on the PlayStation 4. I went back and played a little bit of that version. It's fine. It's like an open world game. I just don't really need a PS4 copy of it that badly. Persona 5 Strikers, I don't really like this game. I somehow ended up with a sealed copy that I got for really, really cheap. And after I bought it, I remembered that I had already played this on the Switch, and I sold my Switch copy because I didn't like it that much. So it's kind of dumb for me to buy this, but it was really cheap. Like I think it was $6 or $7 or something like that. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna trade this one in. I'm not like the biggest fan of this game. Here we have my Final Fantasy VII Deluxe Edition, definitely keeping that. We have all my Resident Evils, definitely keeping all of those. The Surge and the Surge 2, honestly, not super interested in these. I think I picked these up in a lot from Facebook Marketplace a while back. And yeah, I haven't played them. I have like played these before, but I haven't played them since I got these physical copies. And yeah, I don't know. They're cool games, but I'm not like super duper interested in them enough to need physical copies of them. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it for PS4. Down here on the Wii and GameCube, I don't think there's really anything that we're gonna be giving up today. I don't love my Wii collection. It's just not the best. I don't know. And we'll just look through Xbox and Xbox 360 really quick. Battlefield 2, definitely don't need that. Carve, Don't need this either. Again, a lot of these were games that I just picked up from like big lots of original Xbox games. Deus Ex Invisible War is actually cool. That game was actually designed to be played on a console, unlike the other Deus Ex. Dragon's Lair 3D, I did not like at all, so we're gonna trade this one in. It's also like somewhat valuable, maybe like a $20 or $25 game. Furious Karting is mid, very mid. Trade this one in. Heroes of the Pacific, I don't need that. Don't need that in the slightest. Kingdom Under Fire, I want to keep those. This Tomb Raider is good. I would like to keep all my Lord of the Rings games. Mace Griffin, Bounty Hunter is fine, I guess. There's a lot of nasty stickers on this copy. I should probably recase that one. I want to keep all those Mortal Kombats for sure. This new Legends game, I don't think I need that. That's fine, that one can go. Blitz is great. These Nightcaster games, I've had these for a really long time and I have never once played them. I think they are Xbox exclusive, at least the first one is. I'm gonna hang on to these for now. These are like, I would like to check them out sometime. They just seem like cool Xbox games. Obscure we're definitely keeping. Oddworld stuff we're keeping. We'll keep these Outlaw Golfs. We'll get rid of this other Pac-Man World. Just not that into Pac-Man, especially 3D platformer Pac-Man. I don't think the world ever really needed that. We'll keep all the Prince of Persias. This Phantasy Star, let's get rid of this. We don't need that. I think that one might have gone up in value with the Insignia Xbox Live project, where there are like certain games you can play again on Xbox Live, which is pretty cool, and that Phantasy Star is one of them. Roadkill, honestly, this is one that I played once, and I was like, I don't need to play this again. It's not that good. So I thought it looked like maybe an interesting Xbox game, but I didn't really like it. I thought it was kind of lame. Seablade, we'll get rid of this. Don't really need that one. We'll keep our Shrek games. We will keep the Silent Hills. We'll keep Soldier of Fortune and Soul Calibur. And I think most of this row we're gonna keep, unless I see something. Toxic Grind. Toxic Grind's actually kind of fun. We'll keep Toxic Grind. And yeah, most of these are pretty solid. Xbox 360, we'll check that out quick. I was just playing some Bully recently. This game's still really fun. Alice Madness Returns, should I keep this one? Yeah, we'll hang on to that for now. I still haven't played it. I would like to check it out. I think we'll get rid of this Battleship. Don't really need that. Prey Collector's Edition, I'm honestly kind of on the fence about. I do like Prey. Do I love Prey? Not necessarily. I think it's okay. I think it's a pretty fun little first-person shooter. Do I need this collector's edition that I got from like a lot of 360 games from GoodwillFinds.com? Probably not, but it is kind of cool. So I'll just hang on to that for now, I guess. Maybe I'm not ready to let go of that one yet. We're definitely gonna hang on to my dirts. Got some Dragon Age, Dragon's Dogma, Dungeon Siege. Probably gonna keep all those. Eternal Sonata. I found this at Goodwill, and I don't know. I feel like I'm probably not gonna play it, so I'm gonna trade that one in. I do like JRPGs, but sometimes, this just looks like too JRPG for me. It's too much JRPG, so we're gonna trade that one in. You probably keep seeing this in my shots. This is a top-loading tape player that I found at Goodwill last year, and I'm finally going to bring it to my friend who kind of refurbishes this stuff. It does work, but I need to get it cleaned up, and there are a couple functions that aren't working how they should. So I'm gonna have him hopefully refurbish this thing for me, and then it should be a cool top-loading tape deck that I can add to my audio setup. All right, back to 360 stuff. We have our Fallouts, we have Farming Simulator, we have our Fear games, Final Fantasy 13 stuff, and we're gonna keep all the Halos, obviously. Injustice, this is a sealed copy of Injustice, and we'll keep that for now, I guess. Marvel vs. Capcom 3 on the Xbox 360, I don't need that. Mayhem, this game is cool. Yeah, we're gonna keep Mayhem. I think Mayhem is kind of sick. Men in Black, let's trade in Men in Black. I don't need that. Don't need that. Probably never play that. And yeah, that's it for that row. This bottom row, is there anything worth giving up down here? I'm thinking not. I'm thinking not. Tenchu Z. You know, I played some of this. It is FromSoft. It has gone up in value a little bit. I think it went up in value last year, and now it's like gone back down again. I got this for a pretty good price, I think, a few years ago. I didn't really like it. I didn't really like playing it. I don't think I'll play it again. It is cool because it's like, you know, a cool Tenchu FromSoft game on the Xbox 360, but I don't know. Again, I'm just probably not going to play it again, so why keep it? Why not let someone else have it who might actually enjoy it? Okay, and I think that's gonna do it for my shelf stuff. This is like kind of more than I thought we would be coming out of the shelf purge with. So I think we're just gonna stick with this stuff for today. We'll do another video when I go through the bins, because that's gonna be a lot of stuff that we're gonna be trading in from those bins. So today, I think we'll just stick with this. Let's see, conservative estimates on trade-in value for this stuff. Let me think about it for a sec. You know, there aren't a lot of valuable games in here. There are a couple like maybe $20 games. There are 34 games here. I'm gonna go with like maybe an average of $4 per game, and I'm gonna say 120. That might be overshooting it a bit, but we'll see. I don't know. There's some decent stuff in here, so I feel like 120. I think we can get that. Yeah, we'll see what we get, and we'll grab a couple things from Mega Media Xchange, and that should be pretty fun. So let's do it. Okay, folks, we're back from Mega Media Xchange, and we ended up doing a little bit better with our trade value than I thought we would. Honestly, kind of significantly better. We did pretty well. So yeah, I ended up getting about $180 back in trade for the stuff that I brought in, which is pretty good. I think that's definitely more than what I estimate was. I think I estimated like 120 or 125 or something. But yeah, this is interesting because they usually don't give me this this receipt that has all of the trades on it and what I got for each game. They usually don't give me this. So yeah, we're gonna take a look at some of these and figure out which games they gave me the most money for. And it looks like the game that I got the most back for was actually Oni for the PS2. They gave me $15 for Oni. They gave me $12 for that Phantasy Star Online game for the PSP. They gave me $12 for Dragon's Lair 3D. $10 for Tenchu Z, which is interesting. I thought that one might be a little more. And I think those are the only games where I got a double-digit value back for my trade, and then everything else is like $5, $7. A few games are $2.50. Yeah, I wouldn't say Mega Media Xchange pays super duper well for stuff, but they are pretty reliable. I probably would have been better off taking these to Game Together Milwaukee. They would have given me a better trade. But like I said, there were just some things at that store that I had seen earlier that I knew that I wanted. And I ended up grabbing a couple of them. So, you know, we got $180 back. That was a pretty good excuse for me to ball out in the store a little bit, grab some hitters. So let me show you guys really quick what I picked up from Mega Media Xchange with my trade credit. We have a little stack here. We'll start off with some of the cheaper stuff. I grabbed a couple cheaper things and then a couple more expensive things. But yeah, I grabbed a copy of State of Decay 2 for the Xbox One, which is, this was $12, which is, you know, it's like 1/3 of the price of a Xbox Game Pass subscription, so it seems like a good deal. I really liked this game back when it came out. Did it come out in 2019? 2018? Looks like it came out in 2018. Yeah, actually, I did play a bunch of this on Game Pass back when it came out. I really liked it. I really like survival sim zombie type games. A lot of that fondness comes from me playing a lot of DayZ when I was in college. And this game, you know, it's more of a single player game. It's not an online PvP experience that you get from something like DayZ. But it still feels like it captures the DayZ experience to me. At least from what I remember, it was very, very simmy. Lots of different systems to manage. And yeah, I thought this game was really cool. Take a look at this disc quick. Disc looks fine. Nothing wrong with that. So yeah, not a bad pickup for 12 bucks. And another cool game that I can add to my Xbox One collection, which is ever growing. It grows by the day. There's nothing I can do about it. I also grabbed a copy of Blitz 2003 for the original Xbox. I like NFL Blitz games, and I think the only one I have on the OG Xbox is 2002, and I like that game a lot, so I wanted to get this copy of 2003, which was $14. Disc looks good. Yeah, I'm sure this game is very similar to NFL Blitz 2002, but I still want to check it out because I like these games. And then speaking of Blitz, we also grabbed a copy of Blitz the League for the Xbox 360. I don't think people like the Blitz games from this generation as much as the PS2 Xbox generation of Blitz games, but I still want to see what it's all about. Another nice complete copy. This was $35. These 360 and PS3 Blitz games go for a little more than the older ones. I think they were just selling less copies at that point. Another black and white manual, but still cool to have the manual. But yeah, I think by the time these were coming out, the popularity of this series was waning a little bit, and then they stopped making them. I think Blitz the League 2 was probably the last one that they made. I'm gonna have to look that up really quick. Okay, so Blitz the League 2 came out in 2008. Then in 2012, they apparently made another one that was just called NFL Blitz, which was downloadable. That was not a physical release. So yeah, that was the last one that they put out. But I think maybe most people would consider Blitz the League 2 to be the last real one that they put out in this series. So yeah, I would also like to have a copy of Blitz the League 2, but I should probably play this one first before I do that and see what it's all about. Is this backwards compatible on the Series X? That would be pretty cool if it was. I'm guessing it probably isn't, because a lot of games that had licensed music, like sports games and stuff, were not brought into the Xbox backwards compatibility program. Yeah, this is not backwards compatible, which is unfortunate. I would like to play this on my Series X on my big TV in the living room. I think that would be fun, but that's okay. I'll still check it out. Okay, we have two more things here. One of them is a big time heavy hitter, which we're gonna save for last, something I've been looking for a while. But yeah, before that, I also grabbed this copy of Splatoon 3, which is just a cool multiplayer Switch game that I've wanted to play and add to the collection for a bit here. I like Splatoon 2 a lot, and I think most people moved on to Splatoon 3, so I would like to check this one out and see what it's all about. This game also apparently runs a lot better on the Switch 2, and I have a Switch 2, so always looking for excuses to use that Switch 2 that I haven't really pulled out in a while. I mean, I'm gonna play Donkey Kong Bonanza at some point. I wanna check that game out. There's just like so much other stuff coming out that I want to play. I don't know when I'm gonna get to Bonanza or get to something like Splatoon 3 or those other Switch games I was talking about earlier that I picked up. But still a good thing to have in the collection. This was $40, by the way. So yeah, like if I'm getting a bunch of trade credit back, I might as well grab some stuff that I know I will play eventually, even if I'm not going to play it right away. It's a good reason to grab some games if you're getting a bunch back in trade credit. So, and then last but not least, this one's awesome. I've seen this in stores before. I've just never like wanted to shell out the money for it, and it's not like a super expensive game, but it's a little more than what I usually want to pay for my games. So this is a GameCube game called F-Zero GX. I freaking love this game, dude. This game rips. And I've actually been playing a lot of this one. I am filming this like a couple weeks after I went to Mega Media Xchange, just because that's how filming videos works sometimes. So I've had this for a couple weeks. I've been playing it. I played this one when I was a kid at my friend's house and thought it was pretty awesome. And now I'm playing it as an adult, and I still think it's really awesome. This honestly might be, like, I'm not gonna say it's my favorite GameCube game, but it's definitely up there. Like, I really, really like this game a lot. The racing is just so insanely fast. Like, I've never played anything that feels this fast. It's just like so twitchy and crazy. The track designs are really sick. The music is great. I think it still looks awesome. Like, it's a great looking game. A lot of GameCube games just really hold up visually. It's just kind of that like simplified Nintendo art direction that they use for a lot of their stuff, where it's not necessarily like cel shaded or cartoony, but they're never really going for like a gritty photorealism thing. Like they're always just very bright and colorful, and there's a lot of focus on the art direction. And yeah, this game is no exception to that. I think it still looks really, really good. And a nice complete copy. I did pay $80 for this. I can't remember if I said that or not already. But yeah, we got a manual, and we have a beautiful full color manual for F-Zero GX, which is great. That's what we like to see here on Collector John. And I just realized my copy of Star Fox Adventures isn't here because I think I wanted to play F-Zero, and then I was being lazy, so I just put the Star Fox Adventures back in here when I took it out of the system. But yeah, this game is awesome. I think it was definitely worth the $80. Obviously, you can play this on Nintendo Switch 2 online if you have that service, which I do, and I have played that, and that's like a really good way to play this game as well. But there's definitely something to playing it on original hardware on a cool CRT like this one back here. It looks absolutely amazing on a CRT. Like that is definitely the way to play this game, I think. It just looks so, so good. Star Fox Adventures as well is another just amazing looking GameCube game that looks awesome on original hardware. So yeah, this is great. I'm very, very excited about this one. Happy to finally have it in the collection. And this other stuff is pretty cool too, especially I'm pretty excited to check out Blitz the League just because I want to know what those later Blitz games were like. I haven't played any of them or really seen anything from those games at all. And I think Splatoon 3 as well. Pretty excited to check that out when I get a chance. And yeah, those are the pickups that I grabbed with my trade credit. I think I ended up spending like $5 out of pocket. So not bad. It was like, yeah, total was like $185. And yeah, that's just about gonna do it for today's video. And I think the moral of the story for today is that I need to get rid of more stuff because the stuff that I got rid of was really wasn't that much. Like it was a good stack of games. It was way more than what I came back with from Mega Media Xchange. So we did get rid of some stuff in that sense. But I think if you look at all of the pickups that I talked about in this video, I probably brought in just as much stuff as what I got rid of at Mega Media Xchange. So yeah, we need to do something about that. We need to start culling the shelves a little harder. So my next couple videos, we might start doing that a little more. I'm definitely going to show you guys my overflow bins and what we have in there. In the next couple videos, we're going to be getting rid of a lot of the stuff from those bins, I think. So that should be interesting. I don't really remember what I even have in those bins. It's a lot of like lower value stuff, but there might be some cool stuff in there too. I don't really know. So it'll be fun to go through all that stuff and just remember what I even have. I've also started logging everything in my collection using the GameEye app. Not sponsored. It's just another app that I use for game stuff. I think I'm about halfway through my collection right now. I'm just kind of going through it piecemeal, like an hour or two a week I'll spend scanning games, adding them to my collection, logging the condition of everything. And I think when I'm done doing that, we'll make a video about that as well, and just show like the entire value of my collection, the most valuable games that I have in my collection, which consoles do I have the most stuff for, and I think that'll be really fun too. So definitely like and subscribe if you're into this kind of thing, if you just like chilling out, listening to me talk about video games and the stuff that I have in my collection and how I have too much of it that I need to get rid of. If that's interesting to you, then definitely stick around because there'll be more videos like this coming very soon. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'm Collector John. We'll see you guys in the next one.